Promises, promises, promises. Broken pinky promises that our leaders break without hesitation as soon as they don't need anything from us anymore. The trust that we put into our leaders' hands with the vote to say, please, take us to the land of milk and honey. Moses. No wonder some of us do not want to vote or hesitate to vote. And some of us do not know which party to vote for. I mean, who is really worth our trust? No wonder some of us say to ourselves, what is the point of voting when nothing is going to change? But the truth is, voting is better than not voting. Taking a stand is better than not taking a stand at all. We ask ourselves, our vote at the end of this, our trust at the end of this, and our love for this country at the end of this is questioned when our leaders lead us into the desert and reserve the oasis for themselves. Our leaders are now all ears to the concerns that we've been raising way before the elections. I mean, how sure are we that they're truly listening to those concerns to respond to them effectively? Today in Bram, we are facing a crisis, one of the crises that I like to call a phone crisis, where students are getting stabbed, kidnapped for their own possessions, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. We do not feel safe anymore. Our leaders borrow us their ears as a debt they intend to collect once our votes are in their pockets to further their own interests. Our leaders buy votes with promises instead of backing those promises with real action to make things better. Is the system broken, or is it doing exactly what it has been designed to do? 30 years of democracy, what do we really have to show for it? Freedom Day comes, what is it that we truly celebrate? Africa Day comes, what is it that we truly celebrate? Grateful as I am, we have been a developing country for the past 30 years. And what about our brothers and sisters in other African countries who don't share the same circumstance that we do? Who fights for them? Who has taught us to hate our own? Where does the true enemy lie? I have heard, been strongly encouraged, that there is nothing left in Africa. Everything is going to dust. So leave as soon as you can, they say. But people tend to forget that this is South Africa. This is Africa. And there is no place like home. If I am to leave my home and abandon it to go overseas, to make another person's house a home, who will stand up for mine? If not us, then who? Each and every single one of us need to engage in politics whether we like it or we don't. Because us as the citizens of this country and of this continent, we have a duty to uphold. Politics has gotten a bad reputation because of the rotten apples that have engaged in it in a manner of unpleasantness. But politics in its true nature and its true form is beautiful. Politics is about serving, protecting, and taking care of what is ours. That is why us as the young South Africans, we have to correct that. Our future is not dependent on the continuance of the present government. Our future is not dependent on the possible new government that may come, but it depends on you and me. What are we doing about it moving forward? What happens when the next and the new possible government comes into power? The vote for change, and gives us the same 30 years we've had since our last democracy. We are calling for active participation from the youth, and the government should provide that opportunity for us to exercise that right. If it doesn't, we will not fold our hands and let history repeat itself. My name is Bradley Tabomputi, and I'm a student at the University of Witwatersrand, and this is why we started the National Youth Afrocentric Alliance. Us, the people, we have the power. You and me, we have to sustain that change, the good change that is upon us. And if we have to create it from the beginning, we shall do so. Because it's all up to us, not the politicians. So I call every young person in this country who feels the same way to join us. And you start by voting for your favorite party and subscribing to our channel. The reason why we do this is because we want to track how our alliance is growing and how our community is developing. Therefore, we urge you, young South Africans, to go into those voting booths and vote with pride for your best parties that you think have the best interests of this country. And in supporting us meaning you and me, the NYA, would like you that as you vote, as you put that X on that party you have chosen, underneath or next to it, we would like you to write, "We are NYA." So please join us in mobilizing for the solutions of this country and of this continent. With love, I would like to leave you with this. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Together, we can. Thank you.